When asked a broad question like, what is the meaning of Europe, it can be interpreted in many different ways. At first, I thought of all the different monuments and architecture there is in Europe. The Eiffel Tower, Gaudi's Cathedral, the City on Water, the Sistine Chapel, the Leaning Tower of Pisa, and so on. I then took a more personal approach. I thought of all the holidays I'd had in Europe as a kid, to places like France, where I skied for the first time, and Portugal, where I had my first holiday away from the family. My attention then turned to football and the extreme commentary of the Spanish, where they scream at the top of their voices that make them vibrate like some sick opera singer. And then of course there's the band, which took me off on a complete tangent, and I ended up watching some Rocky films. After procrastinating over the question, I eventually resorted to Google. Google showed me useless maps and an endless amount of web pages defining Europe as a continent between Asia and the Atlantic. I eventually came across this forum, which was actually pretty interesting. It spoke about the origin of the word Europe. The word Europe apparently came from the Greek princess Europa, daughter of Phoenicia. Europa also applies to other mythological figures such as Diana Dione, Venus, and the blue-eyed Minerva. Now this is the interesting bit. The forum then went on to talk about how the term European is in fact politically incorrect. All the mythological figures related to the name Europa were of a particular race. This is apparently no coincidence. The word European refers to a specific ethnicity, more specifically a white race with blonde hair and blue eyes. So by asking what is the meaning of Europe, I have now managed to discover I may not actually even be European.